You're not familiar with what rude means. Rude means are you dumb? So RUD. Are you dumb?
Welcome to Cue the Mic. I'm Darren Worth.
And I'm the fabulous Randy Twyford. Thank you.
And I'm Emma Derflinger, and this is episode 75.
Wow. Way to be so
3/4 of
yourself.
100.
It is 75.
It is 75.
Randy is fabulous because we just spent 3 days together, and it was fabulous.
In beautiful Little Egypt, Southern Illinois.
Little Egypt, the barbecue capital of the world.
Illinois.
Or at least of Illinois.
Of Illinois, yeah.
Murphysboro, Illinois. A fun time was had by all.
Yes,
why do we have to get to results? It's not about results. It was about food and fellowship and fun.
So you guys didn't do very well?
Yeah, we did well.
Yeah, I did real well.
But that wasn't the highlight.
Well, that's okay.
You know, I was thinking about this, Darren.
Oh, geez.
You know, about a few episodes, I had the honor to be able to assist Darren in his cooking process, or stand around more than anything. So, and you know, a few episodes ago, there was one where you talked about how you were doing efficiencies and stuff, and using pan liners and doing stuff beforehand, and how it helped you stay focused and everything. And after being on the inside, you know, knowing all those things you were talked about, I would highly recommend any competition cooks or anybody that's looking at getting into competition or whatever, go back to that episode, find it, and listen to it again. Because I've seen you in operation before, but I see after going through that one, wait a second. Wait, stop the boat right here. What's that behind you, Darren?
Oh, that's a restaurant.
So you're broadcasting live from the restaurant.
There actually is, and it's my Jam Cafe.
Well, I'll go to Gerard.
Well, as you can tell, though, it's empty still. We got a nice logo, got some tables and shit in here, but, you know, it's Sunday at 12:03 p.m. We ought to be busier than shit.
Just throw open the fucking doors and go at it.
I could turn on the grill. We do have a little bit of inventory.
There you go.
Boy, wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun? Just sign up an open door, just me, and say, yes, just yell back what you want to order and
what you're thinking.
And leave your cash on the front counter.
There you go. But anyway, I thought I noticed that. It's my jam. There's the logo. I like the logo and everything.
Yeah.
And,
breakfast, brunch, and lunch.
Breakfast, brunch, and lunch. And
and here's
that's pretty clever.
Here's the menu. As you can tell, we got the menu going here, and there's more chicken scratches on the damn menu. Than,
I was going to say, look like the
changes.
chickens have been in there.
Yeah, well, you know, you think you get a menu and you think you get an idea, and then you start cooking through the menu, and then you're like, wow, can we execute that? And then you start oh, shit, this would be cool. Let's do this. And then, you know, it one thing turns into another. And then, you know, funny thing, not to go too far because I don't want to stray too far from Murphysboro, but we did another catering out of here the other morning, and for a customer that we've been catering for, and they just wanted 10 meals for their employees. And so I said, here, let me mock up a quick menu. It ain't going to look very good, but let me just mock up a menu of some omelets and skillets and stuff, and have your employees just kind of pick what they want. And we're just going to run it down the line. Me and Brian were cooking, and actually Amanda showed up, and she was getting ready to leave. I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Well, I'm getting ready to leave." I said, "Oh no, you're going to run toast. You can do toast and pancakes if there's any." Which we didn't have any pancakes on the order, but she was in charge of toast and boxing up.
Right.
But she did a fine job, except for she forgot the butter for the toast. But other than
Oh,
that,
shit.
I kind of put it in the wrong place. So not her fault,
Okay.
my fault.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Should have made a little bit more visible. But anyway, yeah, we learned some things. We spent our biggest slowdown on the line was, because I was the omelet guy, and I was kind of impressing her a little bit because I was flipping omelets, and she's like, "Whoa, where'd you learn how to do that?" I'm like, "You never flipped an omelet in your life? I mean, just come to my house any day. I'm flipping omelets, And so, but we learned that, what happened here.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Oh, all of a sudden I lost everything.
We're still recording.
Yeah,
Oh.
still.
And you're still showing up.
Oh, I am? Because I'm gone.
Yep.
Oh, now you're on here twice. You have it open in another tab. Oh, no.
Oh, I like
Technical
that. That
difficulties
shows
at
even
its
more of the
finest.
restaurant. Now, that behind you,
it
Darren,
won't
is
in
that
post.
looking out towards the road, the front of the building, or the back of the building?
Hey. Okay, did you accidentally like switch tabs? Because it says you have it open in another window or in another tab. So I don't know how you would have done that because you weren't touching anything, but if you
My
open up
screen-
all of
My screen went
God.
blank.
Like completely blank? Oh. Okay, so now there's only one of you.
Okay, good.
Can you see us?
Yeah, all of a sudden, everything was gone on my screen.
Huh.
Oh,
Weird.
back.
Well,
Oh,
welcome
weird.
back.
Okay, good. Whew.
I'll cut that.
Good thing we didn't do that 50. Oh, no, people. So anyway, one thing we learned when I'm making these omelets is every time somebody wanted cheese on their omelet, we got this sliced cheese, and we got like 10 different types of cheese, and I'm like, can't we just offer like 2 types of cheese? I'm like, no. It says your choice of cheese, and if you're gonna have cheese, you're gonna have cheese,
We're gonna
right?
have cheese, right.
By God, we're going to have American, we're going to have cheddar, we're going to have Swiss, we're going to have provolone, we're going to have pepper jack, we're going to have whatever kind of cheese. And I'm like, well, no, that's for the lunch sandwiches. And I'm like, if we're going to have for the lunch sandwiches, by God, we're going to have for the omelets too. Got to keep the cheese fresh. Well, how are we going to do that? And I said, well, we slice all that cheese anyway, so we're just not going to slice some of it, we're going to shred it. So we're going to have shredded cheese for the omelets, and we're going to have sliced cheese for the lunch sandwiches.
Right.
It's the same cheese. We buy it in the block anyway. So we're just going to shred some of it, which is what we do at the mac and cheese restaurant, because when you shred your own cheese, it lasts a lot longer, and it has much longer shelf life. It melts much better because it doesn't have all that starches combined in it. And it's just a much better product when you do it yourself.
Ew.
So it ups our quality, it lowers our cost, and it gives customers a better variety. That's called triple win. So, and then we can move our cheese so we don't have to turn around. I can put the cheese right next to the omelets, right next to the stove in a cold thing. So now all of a sudden we can easily less motions even. So now we got a quadruple win with shredded cheese. Probably more than you wanted to know about shredded cheese, but it's just the way, that's just the things we learn about. And the fifth win is, instead of wasting a whole slice on top of an omelet, you put cheese in the omelet and then you put cheese on top. Instead of wasting that whole slice on top of it, now I can just put a little bit of cheese on top of the omelet to identify what cheese is in the omelet. And I can save money that way too.
There you go. It's a 5 win.
It's a 5
5
win.
wins.
Are you doing like specialty pancakes or just like the basic, like, regular chocolate chip,
We're gonna
this and that.
we're gonna do regular. We're gonna do chocolate chip. We're gonna do blueberry, and we're still testing on the cinnamon roll pancake.
That
Okay,
sounds
so
good.
I went to Flippin' Jack on Friday in Altoona,
Yeah.
and Lane got a cinnamon roll pancake. I actually
Yes.
have it in the fridge. But I think if you're gonna do it, fun fact, they did so he got it and they did they got the cinnamon roll frosting and they just put it on the pancake like regular, And it was kind of weird because he expected it to be more of like a glaze instead of or like a whipped cream kind of thing. So just a suggestion if you want to be different. Because they took the actual I wish I would have taken a picture of it. They took the actual frosting and put it on
Frosting or filling?
Frosting. Hold on. Oh god. I have it in the fridge. Let's see if there's any on it. BRB.
BRB. Remember us talking about those acronyms or whatever over the weekend?
What kind of guy do you go out with that can't finish a pancake?
BRB.
First of all,
What was that? What was
we're
that
not-
comment?
we're not Don and Lane here, first of all.
What was it that they
And
asked that
second of
guy?
all,
What they asked
there were
that guy
3
last night?
pancakes.
Is he?
Okay,
This
let's
is
take a
weird.
look at this pancake.
It looks kind of
Okay.
weird because it's been sitting in the fridge since Friday, but and my banana looks gross. But can you see? They did this one. They did the actual frosting. It looked a lot prettier fresh.
Is
They
it
did
chocolate?
the actual frosting. No, mine has chocolate. I got a. It was called a Funky Monkey crepe, and it had Nutella on it, and walnuts and banana.
Okay, so was the cinnamon sugar mix inside the pancake?
Yeah, it looks like it. I didn't eat it, but I think so, based off the looks of it. Yes, and then it had cinnamon sugar on top of it, and then it had the actual cinnamon roll icing, just on it, so.
Right.
And then he put syrup on it.
Right.
There were 3 massive pancakes. Don't dog my guy for not finishing his pancakes.
Okay.
I
I
will
take it
fight.
back, Lane.
Yeah. Rude. Anyway.
RUD. RUD.
RUD. Is that what
Yeah.
the acronym for that is, Randy?
Yeah. Rude. What
Rude,
was that one
RUD?
acronym they give? What's his name? The guy that went to rewards with us last night.
Okay, wait.
They-
Let's go back to that. Who told you that RUD was rude?
What is
I
it?
just made it up. Know any
Oh,
difference
yeah.
in any of this other bullshit stuff that people come up with?
Okay, here's the thing about acronyms, Randy. The RUD
Is there
needs
an
to stand
official-
for a word. Acronyms.
Is there an
they
official
stand
acronym place, clearinghouse, someplace in bumfuck Egypt?
What?
That
No, but
no, you can just
listen,
make up whatever
this
the
is
fuck
just-
you want. So
No,
RUD
you
is
can't.
rude.
No, you
I just
can't.
fucking did.
Listen, will you listen to
Nope,
my
not listening.
explanation?
Yep.
Acronyms.
Stop! I was talking.
Acronyms.
Talk to the hand. Talk to the hand.
No,
Talk.
no, we're not doing that. Acronyms. Each letter in an acronym stands for a different word. Why would you make an acronym for rude? That's RUD, especially since rude is just RUDE. There's no point in shortening it.
See, you don't
When
know
you
what
just take
you're
it-
not familiar with what rude means. Rude means are you dumb? So RUD. Are you dumb?
That would, first of all, that's need a Y, but I'll give
Need
you
a
that.
Y. Rudy.
Yeah, you starts with a Y.
Well, not in acronym world. In acronym
No,
world,
not always.
they use
Not
use
since, like,
all
You
fucked up-
2010.
is you.
Yeah, you.
Not since
Oh,
2010.
boy.
Like HBU. How about
Okay.
you? You don't go HBY.
Yes, you do.
No,
Some
you
people
don't.
do that. Yes,
No,
some people
no.
do that.
Well, they're not on the
my
real
God.
acronym college
WB
then.
Okay, WBY. What about you?
Talk-
You can
we'll
do
go like
What
the
about
Urban
yow?
Diction. Let's go to the Urban Dictionary and look up things like the Dirty Sanchez and stuff like that.
No, let's not.
Okay.
God damn it.
I can't remember what the hell somebody said to that guy last night at Rewards. It was fucking funny as shit. I think it was Kyle, because Kyle was kind of on a roll last night at Awards, helping the guy sitting next to him. And he said something to him.
We're all over the place. Let me get out the fishing gear. Bring us back into the podcast. So anyway, Randy and I went down to Murphysboro, the 17th Street Barbecue. So we
okay. Let me get back to my story. Let me get back to my story.
God
Let me get
damn
back,
it.
because let's bring her back. Bringing her back. BRB. Bring her back. BRB.
Nope.
So
that's be right back. But go ahead.
or it's an acronym.
Just keep going.
So anyway,
Just keep going.
If anybody's in competition or thinking about getting in competition, backyard, front yard, side yard, whatever, they need to go back and listen to that episode that you talked about what you do prepping for barbecue contests and like using the crock pot to keep your sauces warm and using the pan liners and how well that works. After seeing that in action yesterday, I was impressed even more. I've seen it before, but even again, and after talking to it, if people would listen to that, it'd make their life a whole shit pot full easier at contests.
Yeah, and it's always handy too at a contest when you have somebody else helping you. When you got an assistant, and the assistant is like in charge of keeping time, right? It's when they're keeping your times for you, it's always helpful to have another timer set too, because like when that assistant is Randy, and we say things like, what do we do next? And you say, we're going to wrap ribs at 9:40.
Oh, that was AM stuff.
Then you look down at your phone and it's 9:45 and you went, wonder why we didn't wrap ribs at 9:40. Where's Randy at? Oh, he's helping the Suck Lucky team. He got distracted from being part of our team. He went distracted. He was over mentoring a younger team.
Yeah.
Help with their ribs. So we missed our timeline of our ribs.
So now it's going to be DCR, Dog Cuss Randy.
The acronyms. What?
Yeah, Lori from 17th Street came back after the final turn in, after I got done running for brisket, and she ate another story. But anyway, she says, how'd everything go? And I said, well, it was okay till Randy got distracted. What do you mean? I said, well, we're supposed to rack ribs, and Randy decided he wanted to become a mentor for the Southern Illinois team. Did you miss rib turn in? I said, oh, no, we didn't miss rib turn in. We were fine. Oh, okay, good.
Speaking of, where did you place on those ribs?
6th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember your first. How far were you out of 5th?
Remember your first comment?
What?
When you took a bite of my ribs?
No. Did I say they were good?
No.
Oh, they were overdone.
You said these are way overdone. And I said, good, Randy, because they cut perfectly.
Yeah.
And
they seized back up.
You said, okay, good.
They were good ribs. You got fucked on pork. You got fucked on pork. I'm still pissed off about that pork.
Yeah, last year you were pissed off because we got second ribs too. But he's still pissed off about that too. But anyway.
All right. Once you get red ass, it's hard to get the talcum powder around there and get all calmed down. So
anyway, we go down to Murphysboro, and so Randy, he was in charge of I didn't want to take the big rig down. We just took the small little trailer. I didn't want to take the motorhome down. So Randy was in charge of. He acquired what was it? A Verbo, a
No,
VRBO,
Airbnb.
Yeah.
Airbnb. What's BNB the acronym for? Bed and breakfast.
Bed and breakfast, yeah.
But it was really a home away, right?
Yes,
That you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't an apartment. It was a home. It was a
Oh no, this was a
two-bedroom.
home.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
most
a
of
It was
them
a
are
two-bedroom.
it was a
nowadays.
bungalow. It was a bungalow. It
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
bungalow.
was a
Yep.
2-bedroom
It's a
bungalow.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
was a
it's a
small
small
little
house.
house.
That's what I live
small
in.
house.
And we got to this thing, and Randy, he went first, and he goes, "You aren't going to believe this house." He said, "It's like staying at your grandma's house." I'm like, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah, it's very old, but it's very clean. It's very clean." But he said it's
And very well
old.
decorated.
Very well decorated, but very well decorated with old furniture, but very nice. I said, "Okay, it doesn't matter as long as it's got a place to sleep. I don't care." So we go back later, and this gal that was running this thing. I'm guessing she probably had a degree in hotel restaurant management because she was a professional. I mean, she had next to every light switch had a little personalized sign that said, "This light switch controls this."
This little
Oh,
switch
that's
of
nice.
mine, I
This.
use it all the time.
Exactly.
You turn on things I
So
shouldn't.
you open up the refrigerator, and here's a fresh half gallon of milk and some just everything you want to eat. And you open the refrigerator or freezer, and there's like a couple frozen pizzas and a couple frozen burritos and some microwave meals. Feel free, have all you would like. And on the counter was bags of chips, and there was a coffee maker and a French press and a grinder, and there was bean coffee, and there was
Yeah.
fresh ground coffee,
Maple syrup.
and there was just everything. There was flour and sugar and chocolate chips if you wanted to make cookies. I mean,
Wow.
everything in this, and it was all new. It wasn't like it wasn't like leftover from the last people. It was all strategically new, little small bottles of stuff.
That's nice.
It was like
Plenty of
very
towels.
nice and
Plenty of
welcome.
towels.
Plenty
That's
of
huge.
towels. Yeah.
Yeah. The name
Very-
of it was Home Away from Home in Murphysboro. That's the name of the
And it
Airbnb.
was.
Home
It was.
Away
That's
from
nice.
Home.
In the bathroom, they had little, not trial size, but bigger than trial size shampoos and conditioners, and they even had like
Deodorant.
10 little loofahs, like pick your own color loofahs, which I'm a big fan of. I'm a loofah fan. And
I just like to have nice wash rags.
yeah, he wanted a wash rag. I like the loofah. And I mean, like razors. I mean, if you could just walk in and, I mean, hell, you could
Bring
be
nothing.
homeless. I could just rent this out to homeless people every night.
Yeah.
And just let them, hey, you guys, one at a time, everybody come take a shower and whatever. It's crazy.
So the moral of the story is don't be afraid of Airbnbs, but make sure you read the good reviews. Because there was
Did you
excellent
leave? Did you leave a good? Did you leave a good review?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
That's on the
Make sure
docket
you
for
give
this
her-
afternoon.
Make sure you give her 6 stars. There was only one thing we found that we didn't like about this Airbnb, but Randy didn't notice any of this, but Darren did. So Darren likes it very cold when he sleeps, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we like it at 68 degrees at our house when we sleep. I don't care what it is during the day. You can turn that summit up to 90. I don't care. I'm not there. But I like it at 68. So we get there and it's like 76 in there. No big deal. We throw our stuff in, turn it to 68. We leave for a while and come back and it's up to 76 because the Nest thermostat had the eco mode on it, which on my Nest thermostat at home gets instantly turned off. Don't ever try and be eco-friendly on my thermostat. So anyway, we get ready to go to bed, turn 68, everything cools down, and wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and God, it's hot in here. So I get out of bed, I go out in the dark to the hallway, and it's 74 degrees. I get to the Nest thermostat, turn it back down to 68, air conditioner kicks on, go back to bed. 4 o'clock in the morning, man, it's hot in here. Go back up, 10 bitches back up again, get back up. Every 2 hours, go turn back down the thermostat. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Did you
So
notice
the
last
second
night
night,
it stayed cool?
well, since I finally found the fan, or you found the fan and I pointed the fan directly on me, then I
No,
never noticed.
I got up at 2 o'clock to go to the bathroom, and went out, and it was at 76. So I turned her back down.
Oh, yeah, because I was so tired from being up the last 2 nights every 2 hours that I
Doing the
had the fan
on
blowing
air
on me
conditioned
that I
patrol.
was.
Patrol. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
but nice Airbnb.
But anyway,
Very
nice
nice.
Airbnbs are pretty good. That's all I've ever. Well, yeah, that's all I've ever stayed in Europe, is Airbnbs when I'm over there, or when I've been over there.
so
I'm actually
anyway,
anywhere I go.
so the Airbnb was good. We kind of did a little mini foodie tour. So
Yeah.
when we got there on Thursday night. Of course, Randy, he likes to eat at 5:30, which
I don't
was
have to, but it's works out
Randy
nice.
likes to eat at 5:30. So we went down to 17th Street about, I don't know, must have been 7 or 7:30, and I was just craving vegetables. So I had their smoked turkey and every vegetable on their menu. It was really good.
That's good.
I had their hamburger, their smoked hamburger, and it was really good.
It was good. It was good. Yeah, looked good. And then what we were looking forward to, they have a brunch spot called Faye, and it's kind of like a New York City cafe
Hmm.
that's stuck in the middle of Murphysboro, Illinois. Um, that they opened up, I don't know, what, 2, 3 years ago,
About that.
and it's almost like out of place in Murphysboro, but it's kind of cool. But you can go in and you can buy all kinds of different goods from around the, different really high end coffee, or you can buy Momofuku noodles in there. That
Ooh.
Yeah, fun story about Momofuku noodles. So I had an avocado toast for breakfast, right?
Hmm.
And it was a great avocado toast. It wasn't executed as well as I wanted it to be because there was not a lot of avocado spread on it. So
Hmm.
it was a piece of sourdough, a fresh baked sourdough bread, which was amazing bread. The sourdough really shine through. But there was not a ton of avocado spread. It was butter spread on there. It wasn't like any amount of thickness.
Hmm.
And then they put for an additional $1, you can get Momofuku chili crisp on it.
Oh, okay.
So, which gave it some spice. So that was drizzled on it, but there wasn't a lot of that on there either. But it was just enough for spice. And then, like in true Darren fashion, they have fried bologna on the menu because they have a sandwich that has a biscuit with fried bologna and pimento cheese and egg as one of their thing. Well, I
Hmm.
can't do the pimento cheese, so I took the fried bologna and put it on my avocado toast, which was really good, and then a sunny side egg. So I really enjoyed it. Everybody looked at me like, you ordered avocado toast with bologna on it, which I really enjoyed it. I just wish it would have had a little bit more avocado, but other than that, I really enjoyed it. It was very good. Randy, for the second year in a row, had French toast.
French toast. It was heroin. It was heroin. I
For the
mean,
second year in a row, it was heroin.
it was unbelievable. I could hardly eat it all. All nice little
Wait.
French toast sticks, and with almonds and apple slices. And
Was it apple? Or
Yeah, those are
strawberries or
little.
apples?
Well, there's strawberries on there too. There are several
Wow.
different vegetables on there, or
That's fruit.
fruits.
Those are fruits, Randy.
Yeah, I know they're fruits. But yeah, it was very good. I would highly recommend it, and it makes a nice presentation also.
Oh, it looked beautiful. A lot of guys had fresh homemade biscuits with biscuits and gravy, and they had a pastrami hash that guys had. They cook
Yeah,
pastrami over
yeah.
at 17th Street, and they dice it up and do a pastrami hash on it. Little smaller portions, kind of a quaint little portion. I'm sure the guys wanted a little bigger portion, but
Well,
it
those
is
guys
kind
we
of
were
a New
with are
York.
pigs.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I
Randy.
guess.
And I hope they're listening.
And
Oh, you
how about
could
them?
be nicer.
How about them apples that none of them got?
Exactly.
Oh God.
The
That wasn't
trophies,
very nice.
the trophies are apples, Emma.
I didn't
So
know that.
they're glass blown apples,
Oh yeah.
the ones that we have in the restaurant, and then we have a bunch
Mhm.
more at home that we haven't got to the restaurant yet. And so
Right.
I'm like the head orchard master when it comes to apples. And so Sherry sent me a message, goes, I don't expect any worms. Make sure you bring home an apple. So as soon as we got second place in chicken, and you only get apple for top 5. So as soon as we got second place chicken, I'm like, whew, oh, good. Pressure's off. I don't care if I get another call the rest of the day. I'm fine. Got an apple.
I brought him an apple.
So I got
That's
an apple.
nice.
So, yeah.
What the fuck?
So then what?
Oh jeez.
Never mind.
What? What, a tractor go by or it's raining?
No, never mind.
The elevator go down?
No.
Oh.
Just I had sent a confirmation back in May for an event that we're supposed to do Saturday, and I sent the that we were going to be there, and I get a thing. I never did get a confirmation from you earlier this year, and we went a different route as we only allow one food truck at our event.
So, can we have your focus for just an hour?
Yeah. Okay. I'm back. I'm back.
Okay,
I'm still
reel
getting
back.
caught up. Still getting caught up from a few days gone.
That I know. I haven't
R-U-D.
even started. That's why we came right here.
Okay.
That's why I went to the Jam, because it's the only peaceful place that I knew that would be closed on Sunday that nobody would interrupt me.
There you go.
Fair enough.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, then we went over to, since we just in the business of eating, we went over to Pat's Barbecue for lunch. Pat Burke. He's the kind of, Pat always has a saying, 17th Street, that's where all the world travelers go to eat barbecue, because they're well known around the world. They've been featured in every, Playboy magazine, every foodie list, and Amy's done an amazing job of marketing them around the world. And Pat's the local guy, so Amy feeds the world at 17th Street, and Mike did for years, and Pat feeds the locals. So we went over and met up with David and Celeste Morrow, our friends from Louisiana that have a farm just east of Murphysboro. So we went over and I had a good pork sandwich and some beans and green beans. And yeah, I mean, it's just great food.
Yeah,
exceptionally great food. So it was a good eating weekend. Tried to keep it. That's really all I ate, I guess.
We had
Except
pizza
for
last night.
Yeah, we had Randy and I shared a small little cheeseburger
Frozen
pizza, but I've never had a cheeseburger pizza that didn't seem like it had any cheese, and it didn't have any dill pickles on it, didn't have any mustard on it or ketchup.
No,
I think
I've
we just
never had one. I've never had one with mustard and ketchup, but the pickles, that's kind of surprising.
I'm thinking we just got one that had
got
hamburger and bacon is kind of what I thought it had on
Yeah,
it.
So you
I
got
think
a
that's.
hamburger
It was
pizza.
pretty tasty.
Well, yeah, you ate 3/4 of some bitch,
Well, I was hungry.
which is fine.
That's fine.
But overall, it was a good. We had to keep Randy focused. It was sometimes
Story
a
of
little
our
tough.
Story of our life.
It was tough to keep Randy focused, but overall we ended up getting second in chicken, and we got sixth in ribs. We needed a half point to get fifth, which would have got us another apple. We sliced our brisket maybe just about right, 4 inches thick. We got 12th. Good thing I'm a track star because I had to run to brisket turn in. I had about 20 seconds left, so I probably didn't need to sprint like I did. I was just showing off.
You made it like a gazelle. You look like a gazelle.
I know. Randy said he was right behind me, but I never saw him.
You ran like a gazelle.
I wish there was a video of that.
Oh, people were impressed. They're like, man, you were moving. I said, this is 20 seconds. Man, last time it was 3 seconds left. And they're like, you run a lot in brisket? And I'm like, nah, just every other time. I think I was making Randy nervous in the trailer.
Yeah, I was giving him the countdown. And
well, I mean, when you start to do your brisket and then all of a sudden you realize that maybe somebody hadn't set up the table very good and the box wasn't out, and
that was my department?
It was every other category, so why wouldn't it have been for brisket, remember?
I don't know.
He kind of
moral of the story. Randy
did really good. He did really good at chicken and ribs, and then it just went to his focus went to shit.
I lost it on the pork because I was just overwhelmed with how good it was.
Yeah.
See where that got us.
Yeah, 41st.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
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 I think I've got
58. So we ended up getting eighth overall, which is fine. It was good. It was good. We learned something. I learned something. I thought about that pork on the way home because anywhere else that pork scores, but in Murphysboro, a bunch of old school judges. And we took a little money muscle. We cubed some up, and they probably not used to seeing that. They probably wanted to just see some slices and some pulled.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, when Mark was there afterwards, one of the judges was there afterward. He goes, "Wow, I saw 3 or 4 boxes that turned in nothing but money muscle." And we're like, "Yeah, that's kind of the standard now." But he had never saw that. He was so used to seeing. He was so used to seeing chunks and pulled pork instead of just money muscle. So I'm guessing them cubes probably threw a lot of people off. And what's funny about it, on our score sheet, we never got a 7 the entire day. We got last on our table. On that pork table, we got 6th on our table and never got a 7 on that table at all. We got all 8s and 9s, and we got all 8s and 9s all day long. We were 1 appearance point away from a perfect score in chicken. Just crazy.
Yeah. That is pretty crazy.
But that's why we played the game. But it was a good warm-up for me for the Jack because I'm supposed to go to Fargo, North Dakota next week, but I pulled out of it because things are really starting to heat up here at the Jam. We're on this 3-week timeline. Don't know if anybody's heard that or not.
No, somebody asked me about that. I told them I didn't know anything about it.
We're on this 3-week timeline, so we're really starting to take that to heart. So,
Mom and I were joking about that yesterday at Carter's game because we were talking about the breakfast place, and Mom and I just kept saying, "Oh yeah, it's got like 3 more weeks left," which we knew was not true.
Well, you never know.
Here's
the problem is because now the Jack is in 3 weeks, so I'm going to be at the Jack.
Be 4.
Well, but so
or 2. Not 2.
Ooh, I'd like it to be 2. Be 2, but I'm not sure. She hasn't got the pricing done yet. She hasn't got my own costing done, so we'll see how hard she works this week. Yeah.
You're not going to put that on my mom. I'm sure it is done. She just hasn't sent it to you yet.
I know. We're working her like a dog.
Yeah.
But overall, nice contest. Murphysboro, I think, is, well, let me ask you this. since some of our associates said I was very good at asking questions. Uh, and we did have some associates with us.
We
And
did.
besides being KCBS, Kansas City Barbecue Society, it was a Memphis Barbecue Network, kind of the old school Memphis in May
Mm-hmm.
contest. And then it was an SCA, a Steak Cooking Association, acronym SCA, Steak Cook-Off Association. And then with the SCA, they had on Friday they had you could do appetizers as an ancillary, and then yesterday or Saturday it was tacos.
And
But
plus
none
they
of
did
our,
and they did fish and wings
you
on
know, I
Thursday
think
night.
Andy Groneman told me you could judge 16 categories at that contest if you got there Thursday afternoon, starting with fish and wings and everything. If you judged every category, you could judge 16 categories,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
which that's not normal, is it?
No.
At a barbecue contest.
No.
But I think one of our associates showed us how much work truly does go into doing those steak cook-offs. I think a lot of people think the steak cook-off deals are, oh, that's easy, just cook a steak and stuff. You got to put some work into it.
Yeah, there's a little bit. I mean, there's definitely a system to that. There's definitely, you talk about having your stuff together, and you talk about, I mean, you think it's bad in a barbecue trailer, having everything in the right place. And I mean, we were a little, I've cooked out of this, fourth or fifth time out of this barbecue trailer, and I still don't have everything where it needs to be. I still haven't found a home for this because I've cooked out of it a few times. Sherry's cooked out of a couple times. Well, I like to put, we cook two different ways. Sherry likes to have everything sitting out ready to go. I just like to know where everything's at so I can just grab it and go. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so like she likes to have everything set up way ahead of time. I like to just grab it and go right at the last minute so it's not cobbled. I'm much more last second grab it. She's more because it's always in my way. You set it up and then I want to grab something and now it's in my way. So I just soon it not be in my way. So she sets up the barbecue trailer. It's like the top drawer here. She wants her peanut butter pretzels there. Well, I don't. I want my knives there.
Speaking of
Peanut butter pretzels are good.
Did you
that phlegm really
phlegm?
got you.
Yeah, it's allergies.
It's gross.
Do you have
okay.
any new equipment you were using this weekend?
Oh yeah, we used a new smoker this weekend.
Ooh.
That little jewel I was impressed with. What was it?
Yeah, it was a new. I got it for my birthday. It was a new Gateway Drum Go 2, which is a little mini Gateway with legs on it.
Order
Now,
the legs.
this one,
Don't fuck around and not order the legs.
don't order the legs because Dusty from Warehouse Barbecue didn't order the legs, even though he owns the damn barbecue store, or somebody stole the legs, or somebody whatever. So I wouldn't let Joe cook his steak because it's my chicken cooker. So he was cooking his steak on the Go 2. So in between, every time he's having to steal my legs back and forth. So we took the legs on and off that sumbitch, I think 20 times.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Back and forth because he kept borrowing my legs. But man, it was handy. I tell you what, we lit that sucker up. I don't know, it must have been about 8:30 Saturday morning. And once it settled into 300 degrees and just sat there. And all the way, I still had a half basket of coals by the time brisket was over. And I finished chicken on it. I finished my ribs on it. I finished my brisket on it. Yeah.
How does it compare? Does it cook very similar to a regular barrel?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I was only finishing it, so I wasn't really cooking directly over the coals. I was, I had a rack in there and stuff. So I don't know. We need to. It's pretty close to the fire, so I'm not sure if I can cook chicken directly on it. But I'm going to practice that. No, I'm not.
No, you're
Why
not.
do I even say shit like that?
Crazy
I'll
talk.
practice that.
Fucking crazy talk, Darren. I'm telling you, crazy.
You
Well,
should never practice.
I'm going to do wings at the jack. So my practice will be when I'm getting ready to turn in wings at the jack, I'll be practicing them while I'm turning them in.
Sure.
Jesus, that stresses
Right?
me out.
Well, it's just the world championship. What do I got to lose?
I think that
Right. Nothing.
that little smoker you used would make an excellent backyard backyard grill to keep on the back patio or something. I
I
wonder if
think
you've got
so.
a cover
Yeah, maybe
for
not
those.
as smoker, but as well, I
Little
don't think
grill.
you'd have to cover it. I don't think
You
you'd
think
have
it'd
to
be all
cover
right?
it, Randy. Oh,
I was impressed with it to the point where I may buy one.
I would. I'd get right on right now to gatewaybarbecuestore.com. I would put in discount code go to barbecue, and that will get you nothing as a
I
discount.
was gonna say,
Okay.
what
It'll get
the
you
hell?
nothing. It'll get you.
I was about
maybe
to say,
maybe put in
What
cue the
the-
mic,
no.
and I'll send Tim a message and see if we can't get a negative 2% discount on Cue the Mic podcast for.
So
a
it just
discount.
charges you up 2%.
Jesus.
He'll upcharge you 2% because
Yeah.
if you put my name in there, he'll upcharge you 5%.
Right. Well,
Right.
good goddamn little cookers. I'm impressed with them.
Well, just for this, yeah. I mean, I'm going to have him listen. We're going to snippet this little part, Emma. We're going to send it to him. Yeah.
Okay.
See if we can't get a discount for our listeners.
I thought we weren't doing that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We're not.
That's never
It's
mind.
a sponsorship at its finest.
No, that's not a sponsorship. That's just helping out our our listeners.
Yeah, they're not helping us.
That's what that would. Okay.
You know how we're going to help ours at the Royal? If you want one, Randy, you just come down the Royal because he'll have a bunch of them some bitches just sitting around. Them fuckers, and his spot's right next to mine. They get drunk at night. We'll just steal one.
Just steal one from me and I'll run up and pick it up.
Yeah, they'll never know.
Okay.
I'll steal
right
it.
now.
You
In
get the
fact,
legs with it.
You just
I
said
might
it
even-
on a.
I might even steal the legs for Dusty off of one.
Oh,
Okay.
boy, he needs it. Poor old Joe, he'll need it.
Yeah, Joe needs the extended legs.
Yeah, because he's tall. How did he do in
tall.
steak yesterday? Didn't he place in steak
10th.
yesterday?
He got 10th.
Yeah.
He got 10th. And did you hear about Kyle's brisket score?
No. How,
Yeah, so
I didn't
Kyle's-
see him get out. He
Kyle's-
was back there sitting with the crown queen.
So funny. Kyle short arm Kyle from T-Rex Barbecue. He's been down and out about his brisket, right? So his brisket has scored exactly a 158 for the last two contests, and it's gotten his head so bad. So I'm like, just cook your brisket, dude. Just cook your brisket. So he gets done after brisket turning. He brings his brisket over and he goes, okay, and I don't like brisket at all. I hate it. Everybody brings me brisket. So I'm like, I'm spitting this out. And he goes, I don't care. Just taste it. So I tasted it,
everything
and
out.
it tasted pretty normal. And I said, this has pretty damn good flavor, Kyle. I said, you're not getting a 158 with this bitch today. I said, I tasted my own too. And I said, it actually has a lot better internal flavor than my brisket does. You know, and the tenderness seems fine. I mean, I didn't get a taste at all, but I said it doesn't taste like one of them damn smelly canned briskets that he cooked it on,
Yeah.
right? So it really tasted well. I said, you'll do okay with here. Just cross your fingers. You'll do good. Look at the scores last night. He got a 158 in brisket.
No shit. Poor Kyle.
He got a 158 in brisket for the third time.
Huh.
So I'm guessing the only thing that I can really do is I'm going to go to the grocery store and I'm going to get a bottle of Heinz 57 sauce, and I'm going to have my daughter take a graphic and take off the 7 and have her put in a 1 and an 8 and make the Heinz 158 sauce for the Jack.
He'll like that.
Because that's all you can do.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't
Nice group
figure
of
it out.
associates we cooked with this weekend.
Nice. Yep. The corn cookers, the Iowa
Okay.
corn cookers. Oh,
Nice group.
Maddie Mac and Joe, the Never Easy, yeah, and the newest group of the Chick Huggins boys. We had a domestic dispute. They got all
The
drunk and
Crown
started
Queen. The
scrape.
Crown Queen.
Yeah, the Crown Queen and
He didn't
Daddy
even make it
Jim.
through awards last night.
No, got so drunk. They got drunk the other night, and all of a sudden we thought so in Murphysboro you're not the greatest neighborhood, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're right next to the government housing on one side and the low rent district on the other side.
Section
Beautiful
8 on
park,
the other
right?
side.
Beautiful park.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not in the greatest part of town. And all of a sudden this screaming and we're like getting our lawn chairs out. We're going to watch this domestic dispute. Nah, it was the Chick Huggins boys going after each other. Like, well, we're going to have to come up with some new rules for Asshole Alley.
No domestic
have to have-
violence.
No domestic violence in Asshole Alley.
Yeah. But yeah, the Crown Queen, he came to awards, but he laid down on the blacktop, and then he went back to the truck to sleep.
Yeah, which he didn't get to go to stage anyway, so he was just fine sleeping in the truck.
God help us if he would have.
Yeah.
How many people would he have taken out if he'd have tried to get to the stage? The shape he was in.
Oh, he was bad shape.
The Crown Queen.
But overall, fun weekend. I was thinking, Randy, about efficiencies, and I was thinking about, barbecue and thinking, I'm like, how I have my little things about, like a water bottle. So when I make my injections,
Mm-hmm.
I dump out water bottles and I put my injections in water bottles so we don't have to do dishes.
Right.
Because even when Randy used to be the best dish bitch in the world.
I've slacked off
Right?
as I've got older.
Oh my God, he did the dishes and then I had to redo. I'm like, do you ever look at his eyes? Oh, you had pink eye. That's right.
Yeah,
That's why you couldn't see.
That's what it was.
I can't fucking see.
I
can't hardly
read.
I'm sorry,
Severe
Randy.
pink eye.
I was dog cussing him yesterday. He got done doing dishes. And I said, just put all your clean dishes up here on the counter on this butcher paper. And I went in to put them away. I'm like, what in the hell? There's sauce and rub all. I'm like, so I had to redo all the dishes.
I felt like
and
Helen Keller rubbing my hands over all the dishes and stuff to see if there's any
Oh
dirt
my
or
God,
anything on
you
them.
can't
I was dog
Felt like
cussing
Helen
him.
Keller.
And now I just remembered I probably should have been dog cussing him because he was Helen Keller.
I
Yeah.
was handicapped
Okay.
more than I normally am.
Right. So
I can't even read my
apologize,
phone.
Randy.
That's what's got me pissed off.
I forgot about your condition.
The condition.
I should have done it. But anyway, these water bottles, doing everything in water bottles. So on the way home, people use disposable cutting boards. So now I'm trying to figure out, how do I come up with, I need to start measuring how much rub I use out of each shaker so I can take that exact amount of rub. So when I put that amount of rub on there, I can just throw the shaker away so I don't have to store them. And then I'm trying to figure out, how can I find either disposable knives or, because a knife, no matter what knife you buy, is always sharp. They don't hold. But if I can find a $2 knife at the Dollar Tree that's sharp for one-time use and just throw the sumbitch away after every contest, then we don't have to ever wash it or keep it, right? So if we can make this totally disposable, right? Totally disposable. First, Amanda would be happy because then we can fill up landfills full of disposable shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? That makes everybody happy, at least around here.
Nope.
And then we could just get there so we could put everything in a disposable cooler.
Contest
What
in
do
a
you think?
box. Contest in a box.
Bad for the
Contest
environment.
in a box. That's what I thought about for the last 3 or 4 hours on the way driving home.
I never thought about that,
Took
but
my-
you could go to Walmart and get cheap knives or something, like $2.
Dollar Tree. Way too
Dollar-
expensive at Walmart. I'm thinking Dollar
Okay.
Tree. Because
Okay.
every knife is sharp to start, just some of them don't last very long.
I bet you could go to Webstront and get like sharp knives there that you could get rid of.
Yeah.
He said that right. First time.
No,
Webstront.
sorry.
He said it right.
Webstront. As much shit as I've ordered
Yeah.
from them, I should be able to say it right.
Oh, you're
You would
telling
think.
me.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you guys had a good weekend.
Yeah, very
was-
interesting weekend.
I apologize for anyone that expected this to be from Murphysboro. This episode, chaos happened,
Well,
and I forgot completely.
we were just going to, I tell you, Emma, what we were going to do, we weren't even going to tell you. We were just going to film it and send it to you and say, hey, the podcast is done.
That would have
But the-
stressed me out so
Well,
much.
But here's the problem. T-Rex took the spark arrestor off, or whatever he called it, off his damn generator. So it was so loud that we would have been so much background noise. I mean, my ears
Yeah.
are still humming. So it wouldn't have been good. And we couldn't find any place. And it was just, and on top of that, I mean, hell, I'm going to have a cold. I mean, it was 92 degrees there yesterday.
Yeah.
And everybody was hot. I wasn't hot.
She
But
was
were you
hot.
hot, Randy? I didn't.
No,
seem to
I
be
wasn't hot.
Everybody was
I
going. Everybody
Went
was
to
like,
Carter's
God,
football
it's
game and I
hotter
almost
than
passed
shit."
out.
And I was
No.
like, I didn't. Think
I thought it was
hot,
just comfortable, very
but I
comfortable.
thought it was
Oof.
very comfortable
And
too.
just psychopaths.
We were drinking a lot of water though.
No,
and Gatorade.
Powerade too. Powerade.
Powerade.
Powerade Zero. Yeah.
Between those
Yeah.
and
And
water,
Randy only had like 3 beers all weekend. I didn't have anything to drink.
I think I only had 2, honestly.
2 beers.
Yeah.
T-Rex only had 5 beers all weekend.
And how many did he bring?
Wow.
He's usually good for a 48 pack.
Yeah, yeah.
No wonder he's got a 158 in brisket.
He was too focused.
Too focused.
Yeah.
Well,
So
you guys got anything else?
to surmise the adventure, there should be an acronym. I
Let's hear
should
it.
be able to come up with an acronym for that.
Nope. That's
but-
okay. I'm convinced you don't know what an acronym
Wait a
is.
second. FTHB. FTHBA. Fun time had by all.
Okay.
Right.
I'm going to find out who keeps these acronyms, and I might see if I can hire on to that company.
Is there an acronym dictionary?
Sure there
We
is.
should start one.
Or is it the we could start one? Or does it just fall under the Urban Dictionary? Because that's like my favorite one.
I'm pretty
I
sure it'll
do
just fall
Google
under the
search
Urban
and
Dictionary.
figure it out on Google search.
You know what I
They
think is
have 'em.
funny is that like acronyms were so popular 10 years ago, and now they're not as big of a deal. But I feel like Randy's just now finding out about them. I mean, I know you're not, but it feels like it.
See, you said one wrong right there. You said they're not popular. Are in right now.
I mean, we were talking about the ones the BBC yesterday, and what other ones were never mind.
BBW, yeah, and stuff like that. And then there were some that just had no acronym to them. It was,
Okay,
how'd
let's
you
stop.
hurt that?
Okay, let's, I think this is a great place for us to stop and call it a day. I think, oh God.
You think?
Yeah, I think so. Unless you
All
guys
right,
have
sign us off
anything
then.
that's not acronym related.
Okay.
All
Enough
right.
acronyms.
Okay.
I got to go home and unload a trailer because I didn't even go home first. I just stopped by the jam with the trailer and said, I think I can find peace and quiet before I fall asleep. And Oh,
on.
one more thing.
Let's hear it.
Made these tacos yesterday. You ever
Mhm.
want
Oh yeah.
a nice breakfast? So we sent old T. I had this homemade chorizo, right, that we've been making for the breakfast restaurant.
Which I may say
So
is fabulous.
So we took the chorizo and we put it in I put it in a foil pan in the back of the Jambo to cook it,
Mhm.
and then I sent T Rex, probably the reason why his brisket was cooking. He went to Walmart because I needed supplies and he needed gas. So I said,
He
"Hey, get
wouldn't
me
go to
some of them little."
Casey's.
Get me. He didn't go to Casey's because he used to work there and he hates that place. But
Cocksuckers,
anyway,
I ain't worked at going there.
so I said, "Give me some of them little tater rounds, them thin ones, not big tater tots." Well, he come back with a frozen tater McDonald's tater squares, right? So
Yeah.
I put them in a pan and lined the pan, right? Put them
Mhm.
in the smoker, and they weren't getting crispy, but I didn't care. So once they got up to temp and got warmed up, I took my hand and I just mushed them all together and made this kind of like a hash brown type, just kind of a hash. It was like
Right.
potatoes, right? And we moved them off to the side and we put the chorizo, and then we took eggs and we mixed them up and put them in another pan, put them in the Jambo, and cooked these scrambled eggs in a pan. And so then we put that all together and dumped them in one pan, and we had 3 segments, and we heated up taco shells, and we had chorizo tacos with the hash browns, and then we had leftover chimichurri from the other night and
That
some
does sound good.
avocado salsa, and we had chorizo tacos.
They're
But
very
we also
good.
made this. I got this bacon guy courting me, this Daly's bacon guy, and we had this $1 million bacon, they call it, and it's 4 slices of bacon per pound. And so it's this bacon that's like really thick cut bacon.
Mhm.
And I threw that bacon in the smoker for like 2 hours and turned it over. Oh, game changer.
It was good.
It's like, oh, super good. Super excited.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
So guess what we're having tonight for dinner? BLTs.
Ooh, that would be good
So-
with that $1 million bacon.
Yeah.
Guess who's going home and putting that $1 million bacon on the smoker?
Yeah.
Bingo.
You could bring me some if you want. I'll try it.
Only got 4 slices left.
Mom. Damn. Tough scene. Anyway.
Sign us
Okay.
off.
Okay.
Well, that was episode 75 of Cue the Mic. If you guys haven't already, follow us on social media at Cue the Mic Pod or find us on YouTube at Cue the Mic Podcast. Subscribe, follow, like, do all the things. Randy?
You
Take
need
it
to be a
away.
little more energetic when you're doing that. You seem like you're just kind of just going through the motions here, Emma.
Subscribe,
Well,
follow, like SFL, please. SFL us, please. Subscribe, follow us, like us. So
SFL.
there you go.
SFL.
Boom, out of here,
FML
gone.
right now. Good God. Okay. We'll see
Bye-bye
you guys
for
next
now.
week.
Adios.
God.